My name's Dave Nichols. I built the website An Instructor's Guide to Transfer. This is my Hypermedia program analysis presentation. I hope you enjoy it. Anytime you build a website or some kind of device in which you're communicating with anyone, you need to understand your audience. And what I mean by that is the analysis of the audience, and in my case it's the various types and levels of teaching that will take place and who will be instructing those people. By understanding these various dependents of instruction, you can better suit your learners. Now, my demographics in this are adult teachers, tutors, mentors, and caregivers of different types. Now, the people that are going to be watching this, they're going to be interested in how they can better help their learners. The environments will vary from anywhere from the school classroom to a computer lab to outside in the environment or even at home. There are needs that need to be addressed, and understanding the psychological process behind learning will enable the instructors a better way of instructing. Now, customization of a website to particular viewers is a little tough, but I'm adapting it to cover a wide variety of instruction. Now, I expect, and your expectations of this site should be a moderate improvement in the instructor's performance and an equal improvement in the performance and retention of the learners that are under instruction. Okay, now we're going to take a look at my graphic organizer. Right here I have transfer, where I start off from, and I'm going to branch out to history, which will include the who's and the whys, the research, which is about retention and issues and the framework of it, the various types, which are expert, intermediary, and a novice. Those are the types of instructors. Now the issues have retention, memory, prior knowledge, among other things. And then we'll slide over and we'll go to the knowns, which is problem solving, and there's components of learning, which includes cueing, frequency, repertoire, instructional use, such as the 6 strategies, situated learning, case-based learning, vignettes. There's different types of things that you can do to help your students, and how to instruct, and you'll be given the 6 points on doing that. Now, I've also got here on dumping, where it comes over here, use or lose. It's about memorization, surface processing, and deep processing. Okay, now this is my sitemap that I've made. We'll start off with the home page, and we go down to our next tab, which will be research. At least I think it will be. It didn't end up that way. Brunsford, Gentner, Gick, Savinky, Meyer are some of the research that I used for this. I'm going to have another tab probably describing more what is transfer. It's actually kind of expanded beyond that. I was actually going to have a PowerPoint in this, but I was concerned about the bandwidth, which is why I kind of like using an external link to YouTube. Then I'm going to talk about instruction, 6 strategies, how to instruct, and then I'll give examples of positive, negative transfer, near and far transfer. This really helped me decide how I was going to actually organize this. But once you get into a project such as this, you find out things are going to change, and especially when you get input from your fellow students and other people. Now, here's a little bit about how each web page will be designed. Basically, it'll continue to have the title. My identity will be known somehow. The creation or revision date, the copyright statement, some disclaimer to protect my rights, a link to the home page, a site box was considered, except I decided not to go with the search box because of the cost and the fact that you really didn't need it for this site. Footers or where I keep my disclaimer at. I thought about a home button, but I've got a home tab that travels with each page as it goes by. Now, I'm going to have other elements on the website on each page. Name on the left hand corner, upper left, internal navigation tabs, at least one heading that continues to run around with it, contact information, which I originally decided I was going to have, and for the majority of the website's design I actually did not include it until I did a usability test, and one of the testees decided that I really needed a contact information page, or at least a box, and my fonts and things like that will also remain consistent throughout the site. This is my original template that I thought I would go with. It's a pretty good one. It's easy to read. It's not offensive. This one had breadcrumb trails and title pages. But once I started getting into the actual design of the website, a lot of this you'll see that I actually did keep and used, and some of it, well, was kind of discarded because it just got in the way. Originally, my color themes were going to be a deep sky blue header with background. The text was just going to be black. Also, I was thinking about using snow, because snow will actually show up really well on deep sky blue, and sometimes I use it and sometimes I didn't. The final project, you'll notice, is a little different. I was going to go with a heavy to thin border of midnight blue. The sidebar was going to be medium blue with ivory text to make it really easy to read. The general background was going to be Alice blue, and I ended up not using that. The font is straight black. Left justified head and text, headers in Georgia, captions in Trebuchet, and normal text in Times New Roman. Some areas would, at first I thought was going to use 2 columns. I decided not to do that. I changed that up. I was going to use a footer of medium spring green with black text or linen text. Okay, now let's actually go to the site and see what it looks like so I can give you a better idea of what I've done to the site. One of the things I wanted for my site was consistency for the users. If you'll notice that the home page, the top banner, will always stay with us. So let's go to Who Needs to Know, and you'll notice that it's still there. So that's one of the reasons why I decided not to use a search box. On my home page I do have what is transfer, what roles does it place. You notice that I've got different fonts here. I've got a darker font followed by a lighter font. There's an about the author, which is about me, and this is my contact us box, in which one of the usability testers said that I really needed to have that, and I kind of agreed. This little divider bar was courtesy of a suggestion of one of my fellow students, and here's my disclaimer right here. Here's another one that I came up with through the usability test, and that was a Don't Panic section. Under the Don't Panic tab is a Watch a Tutorial, and all they have to do is come over here, click the link to a screencast, which throws them into Gene, and we have a quick tutorial.
Hi, I'm Dave Nichols, and welcome to Instructor's Guide to Transfer. This is a quick tutorial to guide you through the site.
The usability details are really nice. The comments from the instructor, the comments from my fellow students really helped me figure out what to do with my tab section. We're at the home section right here. I introduced the Who Needs to Know, and that's when I put the instructors, the mentors and tutors, and caregivers. I added the Don't Panic, which I previously have described. The history, basically, why it's important, and whose research, and we'll go to whose research. And I basically list the research that I actually used, and then some additional research which isn't exactly phrased into it, but I use their research as a means of guiding me through letting people know about transfer. I kept the research tab, and I also the educational tab. I go to problem solving, and there's a novice, intermediary, and expert. The components of learning, okay, those I kept. And then how to use is where I put the 6 strategies: situated learning, case-based, vignette, and how to instruct. Also, the test yourself. The quick quiz was really fun to do. I was having issues down here at the bottom when you went and got your score, and it would give you your percentage, but we worked that out. Thank you, Dr. Thompson. Appreciate your help on that. The drop and drag quiz was also another problem. I had too many of the drags to the drop. Getting my 6 boxes set up at the right sizes, because this one right here, 6 strategy, obviously takes 6 of them. In here, there's anywhere from just 2 to 3, and like all of them, if you put it in the wrong box, well, guess what? It's going to turn red, and if you put it in the right box, well, it's going to turn, of course, green. In order for me to get rid of those extra ones, I just simply went in and deleted those lines of code from the HTML, and it fixed the problem for this page.